for a solution to carry my bike on the back of my E30. And I'm gonna show you guys what I come up with. Now this is version 1. I've already got version 2 floating around in my head, and we're gonna talk about some of the differences I plan on making with that second version. So let's go take a look. The bike probably weighs, let's call it 30 pounds. The carrier weighs another, let's see, at this point, we'll say it's 10 pounds. So let's call it 40 pounds acting on that 1.5-foot arm. That was my biggest concern, is not so much the axial force, but the moment of inertia as bumps and things act on this arm and make it act as a lever. You can see the hitch itself. I got it at Harbor Freight. It is a 2-inch tube. Now, in my opinion, it looks kind of gaudy, but it was on sale and it was ready-made, so that's what I went with. I already have version 2 is gonna incorporate an 1.25-inch tube. So that's bolted to the diving board bumper. And what I did is I hung a plumb bob off the center of the car, came down and made a little mark right here that gives me the center line of the bumper. And then I found the center line of my plate, clamped it into place, and drilled some holes to my liking. Then I took a piece of flat stock and I bent it to match kind of the curve that I needed to attach here, and also to attach to the spare tire well. Now the reason I did that is to keep that moment from acting too hard on the bumper. As you can see, it should be directing the force, any rotational force, into the spare tire carrier, but I can already see a little bit of flex. So version 2 is going to have a lot stiffer, a lot thicker reinforcements. Bolted through the spare tire well, and then I applied seam sealer to the bolt holes and all the way around that reinforcement right there. And I did that to keep any water from ingressing into the cab. Really, it's more for corrosion, keeping water and moisture out of the holes there. That I did paint them, but just any extra protection against corrosion is good. Once I got my bend, I clamped it into place and had everything laid out, and then I basically just welded that bar, but it's looking a little thin. So I think what I'm gonna do next time is I'm gonna make a plate. I'm gonna get rid of this, make a plate that bolts here. It's probably gonna be a little bit thicker, and then I'm gonna take either angle or square tube and fabricate a brace via that method. I think it'll be a lot stronger. All the hardware is it's grade 5, which is, or it's actually, I'm sorry, it's grade 2, which is fine for an application like this. And I have bolt washer. Now on the back side of here, I have a fender washer, lock nut, or locking washer and a nut, and the same goes for the threaded fasteners right here. It's there's not a lot of solutions out there for E30 hitches. The ones that I've seen are like the Euro mounts that had the ball already attached, which wouldn't work for my application. And they're expensive and they're hard to come by. So this is what I came up with. I'll probably have, let's see, $20 in the plate. Actually, it's less than that. It was like 15. And then the bar stock I had laying around. Some nuts and bolts from Tractor Supply, you know, pennies on the dollar, really. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sure some guys are going to be out there, they're going to tear me up about this, but I really don't care.